towards the Kirby of the West. And this was a really interesting comment made by someone. And let me have a look at this. So I asked people to ask me a question, essentially. And this is a question, or a comment rather, that we got from a young lady, not a male. And the comment is, let me read it out for you. You should see it on screen somewhere here as well when I edit it as well. Why do some guys think they're boss in bed and make girls come when they never have? Okay. There's many ways to break this question down, okay? And I'm going to start with the most obvious one. My first initial reaction when I first heard that was, from a male point of view, was, who cares? That was my original thought. Now, you're asking, why do I say that? Because it's never been a point or a comment made in the male universe. I'm friends with a couple top elite strikers. I'm not an elite striker myself. You don't have to, there are some Messis on the pitch who are elite top of their game, some Cristiano Ronaldos. And there are some Sir Alex Fergusons, Pep Guardiolas, Mourinhos. Maybe he didn't play at that top of that level, but can articulate the game and abstract it into its basic constituent parts. And form a game plan and really understand what's going on in the field. And why am I saying this? Because to a guy, it doesn't matter. When I'm talking to my elite level strikers and they come off the pitch and I've seen them do 90 minutes on a night out, or they've done 15 rounds out in Liverpool, tough slog, but they've got the victory. I've never asked them, did you make them come? It's never been a question. Ever. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the lad. And this brings us on to the other comments that was made off that, okay? So this was another lady who said this as well, who obviously took issue. Not took issue, but had her own thoughts and her own feelings. She said, let me have a look at this. Why do lads think, you'll probably see this up there, I'm going to come back if they don't make me come? To be continued. So that was the one question. She then goes on to say, I always do come back, but that's besides the point. Laughing my ass off. And last but not least, but if they make me come, at least I won't leave pissed off and full of self-hatred. Now, out of those three streams of consciousness, those three statements, that one is where the answer lies. Because for the lad, oh shit, we're running out of battery. Sorry guys, I was going on one then. I was really hitting it then. Jesus Christ. Because for the lad, he's not bothered whether he makes the girl orgasm. He's not bothered. All he wants, there's different scenarios, but let's say the one night stand scenario. Or he's just grateful to be there. He's done all the hard work to get to that point. It was his charisma, his charm, his game, his offense that made the situation happen. So when he is in the bedroom doing his thing, he's probably going to try and put in the best performance he can. I'm not saying that he's not. But that's him cashing out on his investment. So why is there such a disparity between the two parties' goals? Why is there incentives of both parties not line up? Because from the female's point of view, she's got no offense. 9 times out of 10, she hasn't really had to structure a game plan or a strategy to make that happen. She's not the one creating out of nothing. She's managing what's coming her way. She's filtering. Okay. So she gets to that moment and she's thinking, this is where it happens. This is where maybe I put my investment in and also where I get the payback. But the guy, whether it's a good performance, a bad performance, or an indifferent performance, he can always run back to his mates or go to the courts that are the male world, the male locker, the male changing room. And he can wave his certificate and say, hear ye, hear ye. It was I that conquered thy womb. And no man there is gonna ask, did Jamaica come? Now you might think this is a short-term strategy. Crazy, it's ludicrous. This does not work in the long term. But that's not the question. She said, that lady talked about, full of pissed off and full of self-hatred. Those are the type of emotions that will give gentleman X a second chance. Okay? I mean, she even said it herself. She always does come back because she knows she's replaceable. And it depends how seasoned her game is. Because she's not... This is me making a jump, but I think I'm correct with this. She doesn't want the bang normally. I mean, she does just as much as the man. Don't get me wrong, but she wants to be loved. Now, why do you say that? She's just said it herself, full of self-hatred and pissed off. So if she goes back to that situation, it's not for more self-hate. It's not to be pissed off more. It's to see whether she can be loved or not. So that is why, Your Honor, men and women of the jury, lads do boast about it because it's not a statement that needs to be validated to give that individual status in the domain they exist in. So say, for example, it spreads in the female world or even the male world. No, fuck it. Let's say it spread in the male world because I've known of situations like this where like I've been speaking to someone or I remember I'm not mentioning any names, but if anyone's watching this, they'll fucking know what I'm talking about. I spoke to a girl and I said, no, my mate spoke to a girl and said his name, said, do you know this person? And the first thing they said is, yes, they've got a small dick. That didn't detract from him in the male world. Now, why am I mentioning this? What people need to realize is that a game is being played. And in a game, people assume different roles. Both sides can win. Okay. But if I'm Tyson Fury, no, not Tyson. If I'm Mike Tyson, the way I win is by going forward on the front foot, setting them up, aggression, angles, speed, combinations. I'm looking to get them out early. You could say that's a man, really, looking to seal the deal as soon as possible. Get home, easy night to work. If I'm a woman, Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, I want to break him down for 15 rounds. This is before it got cut down to 12, before you people try and correct me. I want to break you down for 15 rounds. Mike Tyson wants to get you out of there early. Muhammad Ali He wants to get you down early, but he's prepared to stay there for 15 rounds. And it's a great analogy because women, the way they win the game is by taking time from you. And I'm saying you as a man, or just men in general. And the way men win is this is on an ego level. This is on an ego level. If you're in a happy relationship, obviously it's fucking different. Or in a long-term relationship, obviously it's fucking different. And listen, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. But the way the man wins is getting the bang for as little time taken. And the way the woman wins is taking as much time and ideally remaining undefeated and not giving the bang. So essentially, I mean, this is 12 minutes worth of shit. I didn't realize I was going for this long on this question. That's how it is. I'm not gonna labor the point. But that is just an insight into the perspective as to why they do that, why they boast about it. Like, and also they might have to listen. They might boast to a female about their performance in the bedroom. They might lie about the equipment that they're rocking. They might say that they've got an AK-47 when really they've got a 22. Because it doesn't matter, because the game for the guy is to get them into his subspecialty, get them in the bedroom. Once they're there, they rarely change their mind. And that was not meant to signify anything rapey or creepy, but it's just facts, innit? You don't pull your pants down and then they have a look and they're like, nope, and walk away. That's his game. Now, for the woman, it's managing that, isn't it? So, if they're hearing all this and then he puts in a shit performance, it might matter to you, but it ain't going to really matter to him. And he'll probably go on and use that same tactic because it's worked in the past. It ain't rocket science. But yeah, I mean, this is going on for 15 minutes, but I can do a whole episode on this. If you want any more love and relationship specific stuff, be more than happy to fucking break down some of the knowledge for you. We've got some more questions though. Submitted by our lovely viewers, supporters, which aren't fucking loading. So the next one is, why do you hate my dog? And this is by Serena Moorcash. I don't mind fucking reading their name out. And this is a husky. He goes by the name of Logan. And do I hate the dog? It's not that I hate the dog. I just don't like it. It's not personal. It's not mean. I just don't like the fucking dog. Because it's annoying. Now, in his defense, he hadn't been snipped at the time. And he was fucking annoying. But in 2020, the vegans, the animal activists, they really want us to develop compassion and really treat these animals with love and treat them like a human almost. And there are humans out there who I don't like spending time with. They're annoying. And I can detail why they're annoying. And it's not personal. The dog's annoying. My dog is annoying. We get on We tolerate each other because we have to. But listen, if it's the end of the world and I've got a few living things I want to chill with and